Hi everybody, welcome to Citizen Survival Plan. Welcome back if you've been here before. In today's video, I am going to try and encourage gun owners to get into being preppers. I see a lot of new people getting into guns and getting into Second Amendment culture. And a lot of the reasoning for it is being patriotic, being patriots, and being somebody who would fight against the government and any tyrannical rule if it were to happen. And I always try and remind these people that the Second Amendment isn't going to get taken away, or some tyrannical government is not going to take over the country and enslave you or do something awful to you like that. It's going to be slowly and methodically. Think about COVID and the compliance that they made people go through. This is going to be something they're going to do with gun owners at some point, in my opinion. They are going to slowly try and erode your rights away, keep you from buying things, ban your credit cards from working, and do other things to out you as a gun owner to make you the enemy. And in conjunction with the news media, they are going to demonize you to give up your gun rights, to give up your guns, to kick you out of polite society. I watched this and experienced this myself during COVID. I still, to this day, have buildings that I'm not allowed to be in because I do not have a COVID vaccine. A lot of this is dying off, but I'm telling you, they're not done yet. If we were to ever experience some sort of collapse in this country, gun owners would be demonized as making things worse. And if society ever started to return to normal, they are going to push gun control harder than ever. So under the reasons you'd want to be prepared with your Second Amendment products that you have, in my opinion, the government, if they were to ever try something like this, would dwindle you down with cutting power, cutting food, cutting all kinds of resources to you, so you would be unable to ever fight with your firearms. They would starve you out. They would cut your power. They would do all kinds of awful things in order for you to give up your guns willingly before they ever just took them away. I know this is kind of a crazy topic, and I know that I have to sort of dance on the line here, especially with YouTube, but kind of follow what I'm saying here. I'm simply trying to get people to understand that their Second Amendment rights would not be able to be used if you weren't prepared with water, food, and other things to take care of you. Prepping, power, and other medical needs, all kinds of stuff that you would need to actually be ready to actually fight. So many gun owners come out and say it's never going to be able to happen in America. And I always keep trying to tell them, there is so many things you should be focused on to be prepared to ever use your Second Amendment rights first. The things that you need to focus on is water filtration, medicine and first aid, hygiene, how you're going to keep yourself clean, keep yourself healthy, communications, radio. I have a ton of videos on how to use radio, food storage. You're going to want to just start with a ton of freeze-dried food first, and then get into gardening and canning food later. Emergency cooking, fuels for cooking. How am I actually going to eat and cook the food that I have stored? Making your own power using solar generators, inverters, and different battery sources to actually make power that you need. And heat. They can also freeze you out if they cut power. How are you going to keep yourself warm? How are you going to keep your house from freezing with you and your children and everyone in it first? There's so many people that have guns in order to protect themselves from the government. And I think this is a good thing. But I also try and remind people the day and the time that we're living in is not going to be that simple. They're simply not just going to make a statement and just round you all up. Other things are going to take place first, and you should be prepared for that.